It's 2010 and Ryan Holiday sits at his desk, grinning as a small, obscure blog post explodes into a frenzy of mainstream headlines, sending a brand plunging into crisis overnight. But this isn't a story about luck, it's about a system he's mastered, a dark art of manipulating the media's hunger for clicks. What if I told you this chaos was engineered, and that behind every viral shock there's a puppeteer pulling strings, sometimes me? Ryan Holiday reveals how tiny blogs are the first dominoes in a media earthquake, where fake or exaggerated stories get fed upward like a virus. What makes these blogs so vulnerable to manipulation? Let's break it down. Holiday once spread a bogus rumor about a celebrity scandal on a small blog nobody would fact-check. It caught fire because blogs raced to publish first, not accurate. That small lie snowballed, jumping to bigger sites than national news. He calls this trading up lies through the media pyramid. Think of blogs as piranhas in a feeding frenzy, tearing apart any story for clicks. They don't hunt for truth, they feed on sensationalism and speed. This system incentivizes reckless headlines, turning journalism from investigation to instant gratification, like fast food but for your brain. This vicious cycle means a carefully planted falsehood in a little-known corner can spawn real-world consequences: uproar, damage to reputations, policy chaos. The truth becomes irrelevant because the media's economy rewards velocity and virality, not accuracy. Why are websites so vulnerable to manipulation? Because behind the scenes, their entire business model is rigged to reward chaos over calm. Here's the trick: the money is in clicks, not facts. Holiday exposes that news profits hinge on ad impressions, which depend on clicks and shares. Editors are pressured to prioritize page views above all else, so even dubious stories become gold. It's like a casino where media outlets gamble with your trust to maximize revenue. Algorithms on platforms like Facebook and Google don't promote balanced stories, they promote the loudest, angriest, most clickable posts. It's a feedback loop where outrage is optimized for engagement, turning content into a shock machine. Think of algorithms as amplifiers that crank volume on emotional noise. Media manipulators like Holiday exploit this desperation. They strategically engineer controversy, knowing platforms will boost content designed to provoke clicks. This isn't accidental, it's a calculated game where they use the system's weaknesses like weapons, turning news into a playground for manipulation. Holiday isn't just spilling these secrets to scare you, he's teaching you how to spot these tricks and defend yourself from the madness. Here's how to spot manipulators and maybe fight back. A key sign is a story that explodes overnight with shaky or anonymous sources, especially when it shifts from tiny blogs to big media with little verification. Holiday calls this the trading up of lies, a manipulator's signature move. Slow down and watch the trail before believing the hype. If a story's emotional intensity feels manufactured, designed to make you furious, terrified, or scandalized, it probably is. Manipulators crank outrage because it catapults content over the noise. Holiday advises us to ask, who benefits from my anger? That's the real headline hiding in plain sight. Finally, Holiday pushes for accountability by highlighting that if we keep consuming raw outrage and unverified gossip, we fund the system that produces it. Fighting back means demanding better journalism, refusing to be a cursor-clicking pawn, and sharing responsibly. It's media literacy as a form of rebellion. Remember that buzz from the introduction? That viral firestorm wasn't random, it was engineered, a puppet show in the digital theater. Ryan Holiday's revelations aren't just warnings, they're your toolkit. Next time you see a breaking story spiraling with sources too good to check, hit pause and ask, who's feeding this beast? Try questioning before clicking, it's the first step to beating the media game. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.